Hello, I'm David from the podcast team at I-Fal, your friendly English learning app. It's great to have you here with your coffee or tea. Today we have some cool and interesting stories from around the world. I'll tell you about 5 of them in simple English, and I'll share a little Israeli twist or tip. Let's start. 1. The new Val Kilmer movie with AI. First story is about the actor Val Kilmer. You know him from the movie Top Gun, but here is something new. Kilmer was cast in a film called Deep as the Grave. He was very sick, and he could not film the movie. Sadly, he died last year. The director and Kilmer's family used artificial intelligence to create all of his scenes. They made a trailer, and now people can see Kilmer on screen again, even though he did not really shoot those scenes. I think this is amazing and a bit strange. In Tel Aviv, we love new tech, but sometimes we also like the real actor, the real person. Maybe AI can help when an actor is not available, but I still prefer the live performance. If you watch the trailer, you can practice words like trailer, director, and artificial intelligence. 2. A cultural night at the National Library. Second story is about a special event at the National Library in Jerusalem. The library calls the evening Lighthouse. From sunset until late at night, there will be music shows, tours, and talks. Singers and bands like Amdursky and the Giraffes will perform. There will also be story readings by writer Galit Hugi and art by Zaki Grad. It sounds like a big party for books and music. I love this idea. We often think a library is quiet and closed at night, but not this one. In Israel, we have warm spring nights, and this event feels like a night out in the city. You can practice English by saying tour, performance, reading, and exhibit. Maybe you can visit the next time and enjoy a free cultural trip into the world of books. 3. A new tune for an old poem. Our third story is about a famous Polish poet, Wisława Szymborska. She won a Nobel Prize for Literature. One of her poems is called End and Beginning. 2 Israeli musicians, Ovadia Hamama and Natalie Tittenbaum, set this poem to music. They added some Jewish or Hebrew touches to the song. The poem talks about what comes after war, how someone must clean up and start again. The words are always relevant. I find it nice that we mix cultures. We take a Polish poem and we sing it in Israel with new notes and rhythms. It reminds me of how we love hummus from different places, always making something old into something fresh. You can learn words like poet, poem, tune, and melody, and you can listen to the song and read the poem in English at the same time. 4. The state and the self-employed. Fourth story is about self-employed people in Israel. They pay taxes and report their expenses every month. The article says that looking at March expenses became a measure of how our economy moves. But now many self-employed people feel that the state takes too much money just when their businesses are struggling. On the bright side, the article says that some businesses do find new opportunities, and we should also see the half-full glass. It is a time of the year when we celebrate our country's birthday, so it feels right to look at both sides. As a Tel Aviv guy, I know many friends who have a small cafe or a yoga studio. They tell me every month is a new challenge, but they also love the freedom of being their own boss. You can practice phrases like self-employed, expenses, measure, and half-full glass. If you ever start your own small business, you'll already know these English words. 5. How to invest in the S&P 500 from Israel. Our last story is about investing in the S&P 500 index. This index tracks the 500 biggest companies in the United States. It is popular for long-term investment. The article explains how people in Israel can invest in this index. It talks about different ways, like global investment funds, ETFs, or special accounts in local banks. But it also says that fees and commissions matter a lot. If you pay high fees, your profit goes down over time. So it is smart to compare costs before you start. I know many young people in Israel dream of saving money and growing their wealth. Learning about the S&P 500 is like a school lesson, but for your wallet. Use words like index, commission, fund, and long-term. Even if you don't invest right now, it's good English practice. And maybe one day you will say, I made my first smart investment. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed these stories and learned some new English words. I had fun sharing them with you. Remember, every day you can improve your English a little bit. If you want more help, check the I-Fal app. Lessons are only 20 shekels per lesson. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.